Dang, there's so many characters left. Kinda wanna go for you. But I gotta star unlock you first to get you to 3 stars, because I'm not doing a... What are your stats? Hold on. I don't even know if you're good at anything. What are you good at? This is our potential trainer. I haven't come up with a voice yet. Star unlocked. Technology. Big fan of that. Am I recording? I hope so. I am. I asked myself that already. I'm not smart, and I don't remember. Don't use quick mode. Their legacies live on. Their legacies live on. Okay, when I went up by 10. Guts went up by 10. Went up. Yep. Okay. Gained 1 hit level for our ticket to win. That's good. At long last, Agnes Tachyon and I are about to take on the Twinkle series. It begins today. We're meeting to have a discussion about our future prospects and goals. Or at least that was the plan. Guinea pig... trainer. You're awake, I see. I come to my senses and find myself standing on a racetrack beneath a clear blue sky. Huh? Relax, you're in a virtual dimension. In other words, this is a VR experience. I took a commercial product and tweaked it a tiny bit. I was so impressed that I didn't even notice the weight of the headset. I began to take it off when... hold up. Stop your uncouth behavior. I'll have you know my entire career as a researcher hinges on this experiment. What do you mean by experiment? I'm glad you asked. You see, the more proficient an athlete, the more advanced their latent cerebral functions are. Generally speaking, by the same token, Umamusume are no exception. If the average Homo sapiens, double sapiens, like yourself, were to, for example, require a body equivalent to that of an Umamusume, to what extent would your cerebral functions acclimate to the Umamusume body? My aim is to quantify the differences between the physical and cerebral functions of Umamusume, and then utilize those findings for future inventions. This is but the test run. Long story short, I will have you do a partner run with me here in this virtual dimension. Doesn't that sound exciting? What? Come now, this marks the first day of our Twinkle series. Let's put in some effort. She promptly puts my headset back on. This was supposed to be our first day working together to take on the Twinkle series. But now it looks like I'll be wrapped up in Agnes Tachyon's latest experiment. All of a sudden I find myself at the starting position. Whoa. Uh-oh. The table turns have tabled. The turntables. Within the boundaries of this virtual dimension, you have access to an Umamusume body, which your brain can control. This way I can monitor your latent cerebral functions. All you have to do is run the same way you always do. Fixate your mind on the act of running, and the rest will come naturally. It may not seem natural at first, but you'll get the hang of it the longer you run, so just relax, okay? It appears I have no choice. The once familiar racetrack now looks like an entirely different beast. Let me explain. Within this virtual dimension, I am almost entirely my true self. This virtual body reflects the physical capabilities of my real one. But make no mistake, my brain is the one in control. So you can consider this a bona fide partner run between us. I can't believe I'm really going to race against Agnes Tachyon. Let's see. The EMG and ECG devices are recording. Heart rate and respirations are being measured. Excellent. Alright, what matters here is that you give it your 100%. Try and catch me. That's ridiculous. Listen to my words carefully. You are to try and catch me. At any rate, we are short on time. If that school bell rings, it's going to be a real hassle. Now, let the testing commence. As soon as the words leave her mouth, Agnes Tachyon breaks into a dash. Her speed seems to miraculously leave behind traces of dust, her breath, her heartbeats, even light, sound, and color. Said to have a top speed of around 70 kilometers per hour, the sight of an Umamusume at full throttle is simply breathtaking. There's no way my human body can keep up. I stand there gawking at her distant figure, the one that was standing side by side with me just seconds ago. She relentlessly speeds away and further and further away. I run after her in an effort to catch up, but the distance doesn't shrink at all. I'm also using an Umamusume body, but she's on a whole different level. Agnes Tachyon must be a problem child obsessed with research, but her raw talent is undeniably one of a kind. Her need for speed is genuine, and she never stops striving to reach new top speeds. See, you can do it if you try.
Yeah.
Hey, you finally made it! Even this far away, I feel like I can hear Agnes Tachyon's smug remark. So, how do you feel? Or is it minded of how fast you are? Please, that's common knowledge. And any other observations? How did the run feel? I think I finally understood why you pursue the potential of Umamusume. Oh, is that so? The run must have been a real eye-opener for you then. I'm pleased that we see eye to eye. Future discussions will be easier now that we have reached this consensus. An unexpected outcome, but a favorable one. However, you still haven't given me a proper answer. Ah, right. Allow me to rephrase the question. Does it hurt anywhere? How fatigued do you feel? After running at a speed I never could before, my body is still reeling from the resulting headache and dizziness. I might topple over at any moment. Oh, is that so? How utterly fascinating. I see. After a bout of excitement, Agnes Tachyon waves goodbye, seemingly satisfied with the collected data. Thank you for your cooperation with today's experiment. Now if you'll excuse me. Just like that, she turns on her heel and walks off. Once I lose sight of her, I turn around and start heading back to my office. Am I forgetting something? Remember, we're supposed to be having a meeting. Oh, wait a minute. What is it now? I'm in the middle of something. We have to continue our discussion. Oh, you remembered. Let us postpone the meeting for tomorrow. As of this moment, I have important things to attend to. I can join you tomorrow if circumstances allow. If it turns out I cannot, well, you have to come. No need to get so worked up. Besides, even if I were to promise to attend, there's no guarantee that you would be able to come, right? Huh? What? Next day. True to her ominous words, a persistent acute dizziness prevents me from taking even one step outside. As a trainer, having the chance to experience the wonders and mystery behind Umamusume kind is worth any sacrifice. Wouldn't you agree? What is going on? She spares just 5 minutes of her time for her visit. Either way, my days exploring the limits of Umamusume potential with Agnes Tachyon have begun. Great. This is gonna go well. Okay. Have I picked anyone normal yet? Accumulation and repetition are integral for both training and research. Now let's immerse ourselves in a life of daily experimentation. Really? We probably want to start off on power. No, speed, because I need speed and power. And that'll give me both. Energy went down. Yep. So I should boost my power now. Trainer, I made a new concoction. I'm going to try it now, so watch me. You're the one trying it? Indeed. This one is exclusively for Umamusume. It deals with a peculiar microorganism rumored to be found only in the musculoskeletal system of Umamusume. It's called Umamusachondria. Umamusachondria. Okay. My groundbreaking new drug is designed to prove its existence. It's the first time I've ever heard of that microorganism. That's because it hasn't been proven yet. Anyway, there's a chance that taking this will cause some sort of mutation in my body. So, be prepared to document anything or call a doctor in case of emergency. I'm not so sure about this. It's only by going beyond uncertainty that we can expand our potential. Now let the experiment begin. Agnes Tachyon enthusiastically swallows the suspiciously colored liquid, and then... Oh, I'm feeling a sudden burst of power. I can feel it surging, but this wasn't the intended effect. If successful, the Umamusachondria should have spoken to me. Failure it is then. No, wait, this power I feel in my legs. Seems that this wasn't the result she expected, but I'm glad to hear she got a burst of strength. At any rate, what the heck is Umamusachondria? No. Speed went up by 25. Wow, okay. Well, we're gonna... I need to boost that. I need to boost up your mood. Energy increased, okay. So let's do power again. Dang. I can get... Okay, no, never mind. You get way... I want to do that. Let's do this. Do this. And you're covered. Yeah, thank you. I just did this one. And you're covered by 20. Mood went up. That's good. Go with the flow. We'll do power. Alright. Very good. Prudent positioning. Thank you, and that's going to increase my stamina. There's no way I can accept that. Is it that you're incredibly sensitive, or is it that you have an exceptionally strong sense of justice? Something wrong? Oh, trainer. No, it's nothing really. Just a moment ago, there were some Umamusume talking about me. They were saying... They were being so cruel. They called Takion a dangerous person who's always making strange drugs. You're her trainer, so you won't let that slide, right? Certainly not a fan of bad-mouthing people behind their back. Right? We need to call attention to. Stop it, and this is a waste of time. More importantly, I don't care. This matter is completely unrelated to my research. Gaining the approval of others isn't my priority. How can you say that? They're all getting the wrong idea about you. It's so sad. Now, no need to get all worked up over it. How about some tea to calm you down? Come, follow me. I don't trust her tea. Phew, thanks for the tea. It made my tongue tingle a bit and it had a mysterious flavor, but it was delicious. I see. That's good to hear. But I still can't accept what happened earlier. Saying bad things about someone who's earnestly pursuing their dreams, it's just not right. You're really serious about this. What do you think, trainer? Okay. Wit plus 10 and skill points plus 15. A corner adept. Corner adept. Yeah. So I picked show them what makes you amazing. That's a bold thing to say. Are you suggesting I showcase the results of my research? That's it. Do you have any recent successful experiments to show off? Then one on turns, perhaps? Turns. Yes, I have these glasses that lead you on a less strenuous path when navigating a turn on a track. Wow, that sounds amazing. They might not be allowed in an actual race, but you could use them during training to better adapt to the track. Well, perhaps, but there's still room for improvement. Let's do it. Why waste any time? We should show them right now. Right? Okay. You really don't let up. Pressed by Daiwa Scarlet, Agnes Takion works through the night to complete the glasses. With their use, she successfully masters the art of running through turns. Corner adept. So I got a hint towards it. So what does that put me at? Corner adept is 162 points. 85% success rate. You're in the... I know you hurt yourself too. I know you shouldn't neglect even a minor injury, but don't you think you're worrying a little too much? I don't think so. Is this part of your duty as a trainer? Well, if you're asking if it hurts or not, I'll tell you it certainly does. It's not so bad that I can't walk. Well, I'll have you carry me home anyway. I have to get... eventually, I have to get this 1 out of 3 chance for a good result. You're pretty harsh for one who's supposed to be worried. If you're going to be mean, you could at least patch me up. Maybe I can learn a thing or two from your treatment techniques. Agnes Takion observes me with a smile. From the look on her face, it seems like she might have learned something. It worked. I happened to pass by the arcade one day when... yes. It finally worked out for me. I want to get... Okay, I want to do this bottom one. Even though I won't get the recreation with her, which doesn't matter. But this bottom one is Lone Wolf, and I think that's a good skill to have. I think it's a good skill to have, personally. So go ahead and rest now. Your practice perfect too. Listen up, trainer. In my dream, I did it. In your dream. Exactly. I unveiled the long-standing mystery of the Umamusume body. What a sensation it was. It gave me goosebumps. Of course, when I awoke, I had completely forgotten its secrets. However, that feeling of exhilaration that ran through my entire body was unforgettable. Oh, I want to experience it once again. I have to make it reality somehow. Agnes Takion looks happy to have had a good dream. Energy recovered by 59. Being in the Central Plaza. Oh, looks like I got a message from my agent. Let's see. They need me for some detail shots after this, huh? Ugh, but I have training then. Why do these scheduling conflicts keep happening? Seem pretty busy. Everything okay? Oh, it's just you. Thanks for the concern, but I was the one who decided to take all this on, so it's fine. My race is coming up soon, though, so I'm gonna have a lot on my plate. Okay, skill points plus 30, or lightly recover. I think I'm doing pace chaser, not late surger, so I'll get skill points plus 30. Yeah, you're right. I don't have time to be indecisive. I've just got to get the things done one at a time. Okay, I've got this. Thanks for the tip. Got an idea. This could be useful. Agnes Tachyon's. Okay. Let's do a stamina training. This time it works. And a speed training. Right. Bravo! Skill points went up by 2. Visit the cafeteria, and it's this one with winning ticket again. I'm gonna get those again now. But I'm not playing as her. That's went up by 15, that's good. Can't wait to prove my theory. Geez, if you keep teasing me like this, I'm going to get all hot and puffy. Okay. Let's see. I want to get... I could say for corner adapt. No. I need good navigation late race anyway. Late race is the best time for good navigation. I'd say this perfect form is a testament to the fruits of my research. Okay. And everything except my stamina and power? Really? Oh, I can see my stats. Okay, there it is. My stamina and power are higher than my whatever. It should be fine. It's finally the day of Agnes Tachyon's debut race. She's unusually quiet today. Are you nervous, perhaps? Nervous? Me? Not a chance. I was lamenting over the fact that I ran out of black tea in the lab. How unbecoming of me to forget to restock. No. That's got nothing to do with today's race. Oh, I know. You can go out to purchase some for me while I race. Kaylan or Kimun, I can't say those. There's no way I'm missing your race. Oh my, would you look at the time? It appears I must be going. If you can't find either of the two I mentioned, Assam tea will also do. Would you be so kind as to deliver it to my lab? Agnes Tachyon saunters out to the waiting room. So we're doing pace chaser. Alright, we're gonna do pace chaser. Pace chaser. Usually I think I do late surger. I think that's what I typically go for. That shouldn't be any difficulty at all. This should be pretty easy for Agnes Tachyon. Should be pretty good. I think she's got it. I think she can do it. Who knows, is it she? A beautiful blue sky is here at the Hanshin Racecourse. The turf should be nice and firm for today's race. Expect a good run from each of these Umamusume. Alright. Okay. And to start with an air dignity is today's favorite. Agnes Tachyon. Yeah, she's gonna win. My little psychopath. Late start. That's fine. I have Lone Wolf. I think Lone Wolf is pretty good. Because that activates if nobody else has Lone Wolf. And I feel like... So if that activates if nobody else has Lone Wolf, that means that anybody else that does have it, it also deactivates theirs. So they can't use it. So the reality is it's always just a good thing to have it. Alright. So I'm already kind of, I think there's no way I'm gonna lose. I think everyone else is gonna fail miserably. Maybe Agnes is gonna feed them some kind of U equals MA squared. Okay. I feel like she's probably gonna like subject them to some kind of torturous experiment. She should do that before the races so they lose. Feed them some kind of chemicals that'll make them lose. Alright. Now I'm boosting ahead. Here it is. So quick, so fast. Go with the flow. Yep. That's how I guess Agnes Tachyon is the winner. In the lead by 5 lengths. Very good. What a good debut race for Agnes Tachyon. A perfect victory. She didn't let anyone catch up to her. Good. As expected. Very cool. Good job. Congratulations. Okay. Beginner, first place. Big. Alright. That racer's name, I think it was Agnes Tachyon, right? She was amazing. Yeah, she's already so talented and she still has room for growth. Agnes Tachyon's dazzling performance enraptures all those present at the race. Phew, and that's how you do it. Good job out there, Tachyon. Why, if it isn't Trainer? As always, you have that pure and innocent look befitting of a model guinea pig. Did you get the tea leaves I wanted? Oh, right, now isn't the time for this. I must speak to you about something else. With the debut race out of the way, instead of catching a breather, I must inform you of something important. You know what I'm getting at, right? Something important? Right after the debut race? I might hazard a guess. Could it be about the next race? My experimentation has reached a standstill. You see, I must return to the lab at once. With that said, I will take my leave. With that said, she does indeed take her leave. Should have known. She promptly leaves without even a comment about the debut race or a remark about her future prospects. However, it remains true that she has garnered much attention as a noteworthy runner. Speed went up by 3. Okay. Cool. Points went up by 34. Running junior make debut. 16 turns. Holy cow. I have a lot of time. Even after her debut race, Agnes Tachyon continues to prioritize her research over racing. My experimentation has reached a standstill. Yeah, I just read that. That said, I will take my leave. However, judging by the level of competency she showed on the track, there's no doubt her rare talent. She has what it takes to reach the top. It hasn't been that long since her debut, but I believe setting the classic Triple Crown as a goal won't be a problem. We'll enter the Suzuki Show in April, the Japanese Derby in May, and the Kikuka Show in October. Before the end of the day, I've already laid out her race agenda for the next 3 years. How many races does she have? The next day, as I go looking for Agnes Tachyon with the completed agenda in hand. For the last time, I will not participate in your experiments. Now, don't say that. Aren't we friends? Since when would we become friends? What do you mean? As 2 fellow outcasts, there is an intrinsic understanding between us. Well, not really, but I thought we might at least have a mutual understanding. In the empty classroom is Manhattan Cafe. She's an unusual Umamusume, said to have enrolled in the academy in order to follow after her invisible friend. And sliding up to her like a snake is Agnes Tachyon. Tachyon! Oh, if it isn't Trainer! Sorry, but I'm in the middle of something right now. No, you're okay. I was about to leave. Ah, she got away. I was so close, too. Well, it's nothing to cry about. Tell me, what is the matter, Trainer? I have something important to tell you. Something important, you say? I'm willing to listen, but keep it short. Wait, if I take that back. Tell me all the details, but before that... Are you okay? You're so out of breath. This is urgent. Quick, have some water and regain your composure. Her sudden burst of frantic energy raises suspicion, but I still take a gulp from the water bottle she hands me. I then start to explain the race agenda in detail. Setting our eyes on the Suzuki Show, the Japanese Derby, and the Kikuka Show. That means our first goal is the Yayoi Show, I see. And to go for the classic Triple Crown, a rather bold proposition. While she did listen intently, I can't shake the feeling that her response lacks enthusiasm. I know you're capable of doing it. And you're free to selfishly pin your hopes on me. I wouldn't deny you that. The agenda matches the future you've envisioned, for certain. Which means, I don't mind the goals you've set, however I cannot promise that I will participate in every single race. In the end, I will be the one to make that decision. My utmost priority is my research. After all, I can't be spending time on secondary concerns. But By the way, how are you feeling right now? You may not know it, but your hair has turned a watery blue. What? My attention now fixated on the new aqua blue hairdo. I forget about the agenda for the rest of the day. Later on, her eccentricity comes into play again. I shouldn't have drank that water. That person over there has been loitering around since morning. What do you think they're doing? I don't know, maybe they're someone's trainer. They're gonna think I'm insane. They're here today, too. They're gonna call the cops on me. What the heck? Talk about creepy. Once again, Agnes Tachyon doesn't show up to training. Another no-show? I was expecting great things when I scouted her, but now... this doesn't bode well for us. To begin with, it didn't exactly show an abundance of enthusiasm over the Twinkle series. Did she run her debut only to gather data for her research and speed? The sun will start setting soon. The stares of the other Umamusume are bringing me down, too. I let out a sigh and turned to leave. Hey, wait, guinea pig. Don't give in. I'm coming to run today. Tachyon, where have you been? I finally finished my latest sample. I want to try it immediately. You have a timer, don't you? Get it ready for me. In that exact moment, she takes off. By instinct, I start my stopwatch. Fear not, I can go faster. Faster! She single-mindedly dashes across the dirt, but in that frantic sprint, I spy something for an instant. You can see the same runner I scouted back then. The latent potential within Umamusume's legs. The limits of this body's speed. I've yet to see even a glimpse of either, for I know that they lie beyond the horizon. I watch with bated breath as she sprints under the evening sky. She's made a record time for each section. These times are amazing. I look toward her direction, and see that she's copiously spraying her legs with some substance. Not bad, if I must say. In fact, it's of excellent quality. Developing an aerosol was so worth the while. The prototype is now complete. This is an auspicious sign of things to come. What was that? Don't tell me you don't know what a cold spray is. Aren't you supposed to be a trainer? What's the reason for the cold spray? The same reason one ingests protein and calcium if one wishes to become taller. That aside, I made this in preparation for next year, so show some excitement. For next year? What do you mean? I'm talking about our plans for the classics. Guess I was completely wrong about her being uninterested. Tachyon! Although, in reality, who knows how things will turn out. Tachyon? Still, I haven't refused any of your propositions. I just can't make any promises. In the days that follow, I become subject to her whim, with her sometimes showing up to training and sometimes not. Even so, it seems I've managed to establish the classics as our shared goal. Power went up by 5.